This is Eldritch Buds, an actual play Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition podcast. What's up, Eldritch Buddies?
What's up, DM?
Buddies?
Boo day.
Sitting at the virtual table with me today is Scott.
Sneaky, stealthy, and with terrible internet, Cambrio Voss.
Wills.
A very wet Zed Joran, Sorcerer Rogue.
Speedy.
The Wet Chode, Fighter Bard.
And Josh.
Jinxy, the Loxodon druid who now knows what a bidet feels like.
Did you get
Denial.
that just
Come
splash
on,
in your
bro.
butthole?
Yeah.
Do you think a bidet
don't
is
know.
just... You fell in a river. Is a bidet just an
Oh,
all-engulfing
God.
wet sensation to you?
Of course,
He's
Gives you good
definitely
rinse.
clean.
good rinse.
Why do we ever try and break
Yeah, and
down
I'm-
his thoughts?
I'm Connor. Let's go.
Yeah, I kind of killed the mood there.
Yeah.
Previously on Eldritch Buds. After waking up from his dream, Zed informs Chode that this is a recurring dream and could be a vision into his past. The next morning, a massive storm almost causes our heroes to be delayed, but some quick thinking by Jinxy makes sure even in the bad storm, the boat can continue to Capelon. On their last day of the journey, a huge tree crashes in front of the ship, blocking its path and knocking 3 of our heroes into the river. When they emerge, they notice a group of vicious gnolls heading their way. Will our heroes vanquish these foes, or will they be overwhelmed? Let's find out.
Okay, so we're going to jump right in here with an initiative roll from everybody. Just as a recap, a large log was felled from the forest, smashing across the river, stopping your boat in its tracks. As Cambrio deftly was able to avoid this tree, you see a group of gnolls, rampaging, frothing at the mouth, sprinting towards your party. I need everybody to roll me initiative.
All right.
Oh, it was bad.
Oh, it was good.
Oh.
It was very
Hey.
good.
Okay, what's everybody got for me here?
Will's going to go. Will says a 22. I have a 13. Jinxie has a 10, and Chode has a 2.
Yeah. Rolling
Just
high
looking
right
at
off
your
the bat.
guys'
It's gonna
HP
be
is
good.
just all double mine. That's a depressing thing. I'm gonna die so fast.
How have you done this?
Uh,
Or just no con?
yeah.
You're good at hiding in the background, I guess. Jeez.
Yeah, you wallflower.
Perks of.
At least you don't have to use spell slots, right?
You only have 2.
Okay, sorry about that. I was just setting that up. We can edit that silence out. Okay, so first up, we have... You know what? First up, I will show you what you're fighting on the virtual tabletop here. I will reveal these tokens.
Unofficially brought to you by D&D Beyond.
Not a sponsor yet.
Ah, there's Starboard.
TM.
Not Starboard yet. Not sponsored.
Which way's that?
Okay, for some reason... There we go. Can you see all 4 on the right-hand side,
Yep.
guys?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Okay, so we are going to start tonight's combat with Zed.
All right, so I am in the water. Cambria, help me out with my boat terms here.
I don't know where you guys fell in, so if you give me
Oh.
that information, I'll happily
I just thought you
supply
could
some
look.
captain's knowledge.
Look at the BTT there. That's what I was.
You're there. You're stern. If that's you in the water,
Yeah.
there, you're
Yeah,
off of
so
the
I fell
stern.
off the stern, obviously, as I knew. DM, how much movement to get myself back into the boat?
Back into the boat, I would say it is... roll me an athletics check. We'll see, based on that, how much movement you use.
Oh, well, that seems like I have to commit to this. It seems like...
Well, I'll put it this way. It'll either use all your movement or half of your movement, depending on how successful you are.
All right, and you said acrobatics, since I'm going to vault myself back up. Definitely.
No, it's gonna be athletics because you were swimming. Yeah, no, nice try though.
I'm sure with that really ace con score goes a swell athletic score.
Ooh, boy.
Is that just flush? Oh, that is just
that's,
flush.
That's not a strong boy.
Okay, so it does take the entirety of your movement, but I will say that eventually you are able to clamber up back onto the ship. Yeah, you are soaking wet. There is a log that is jammed onto the front side of this vessel, and you are now on the deck of the ship with Knowles along the starboard side of the ship.
All right. I will start things off nice and fun here by taking a nice pot shot with Firebolt at the closest knoll to the log there. The most threatening of the knolls to me. Let's see how this goes. That'll be 25 to hit.
The 25 certainly hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
And that'll be 4 fire damage to that lead knoll.
Okay.
Surely he dropped.
He certainly took 4 damage, and he he still stands. So yeah, there's a firebolt that kind of ricochets off of his shoulder. He's wearing kind of it looks like leather armor, but it's almost more patchwork. It does hit him; it finds purchase, but this is a strong monster, and it's certainly not felled.
All right, that'll be the end of my turn.
Strong mong.
Okay. Next up, we have 2 of the gnolls. So the first one is the one that just was hit with the firebolt. He is going to roll an athletics check to see if he can balance on this log to get over to the ship. Okay. And he makes it to about here using all of his movement. And he is going to launch a spear throw. It is... Who else is in the ship? It is Cambrio and it is Zed.
At this point, Cambrio and Zed.
Okay, correct. So it is going to be one Mr. Zed. He's going to try and get you back for that firebolt attack. So he's going to throw a spear your direction.
All the way from the log? I don't know.
Yes, sir. Oh, hey-oh. I'm assuming that a 25 hits.
Holy balls.
Right?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Okay, let's see how much damage that you take here. You take 4 piercing damage as the spear grazes your arm, leaving a big gash.
Alright.
4, it's not so bad, and then I saw the number.
Yeah, from 19 total hit points down to 15, that's it's a big piece of that pie.
Yeah, that was
And
what the hell, man?
and then there's this knoll, which is going to move its way up. And it is going to also throw a spear. This time at Chode, who's in the water right near it. And Chode, let me know if... Okay, 25 again. These guys just rolled 2 natural 19s in a row.
Yeah, that hits.
Incroyable. You take 3 piercing damage. Next up, we have Cambrio.
All right. I was assuming these gnolls must have been camouflaged at some point, so they couldn't see them. Do they have any foliage on them? Any sort of natural leaves they've kind of just used to camouflage themselves with?
Yeah, if you're wanting to spend your action doing a perception check, I'll let you roll on it.
I don't. I just want to make a grassy knoll joke.
It's gonna have to wait, or it's gonna have to cost your action. What's it gonna be?
It's gonna just exist out there in the ether. All right. Okay. So I'm just gonna stay where I am on the bow of the boat. The perception check is an action.
If you're actively searching for something, yeah, it would be it would be 6 full seconds of looking around.
Take a peek at this log and get a better estimation of how big it is. Would that be an action?
Well, it depends what you're trying to determine. Are you just looking at for the length? Like, what are you trying to...
Diameter, kinda, like how big is big?
I don't know what you mean. Like, it's a big log
Like how
that's
thick is
blocking...
the log?
Look at the map. It's 5 feet.
Okay, so that part's accurate.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not on the map. We just spent the whole time discussing this. Anyways, okay. Fuck. I'm just gonna take a pot shot then at Buddy on the lock himself because he's getting kind of close.
Okay.
I'm just gonna whip out. Yeah, I'm not even gonna use the crossbow yet. It's just gonna be psychic knives. Captain's on the bow. Captain's defending the ship. That'll be in my actions. $16.
A 16 hits. And you were throwing a psychic knife at them?
I'm just, first psychic knife coming out, whipping out of the hand. 5 damage on the first one. Bonus action, second one coming. It's another 16. Sorry, it's down here. It's 1d4. That's what I was trying to find. That'll be 6 more, so 11 total.
Very nice. So as you throw both of your psychic knives, they do find purchase in the belly of the gnoll, but because of their properties, you don't necessarily see that. So you can see that he's doubled over in a lot of pain. He looks bloodied, but he's not down quite yet.
Because of his properties?
Okay, so next it's the 2 gnolls' turns. They are going to stay on the shore on the right-hand side of the riverbank because they are the archers of the group, and they're going to take some pot shots with their bows at Jinxy and at Chode. So, Jinxy, we're going to start with you. Let me know if a... Ooh, doubtful. Does a 14 hit you, Jinxy?
14 does not
Okay,
hit.
so an arrow flies and it lands into the river right beside you as you're trying to, swim and just catch your breath and everything. Oh! And the second one at you, Chode, is a... Oh, it's very close to being a natural 20, but then a natural 2. So that one also misses. Okay, so those Gnoll bowmen on the side are kind of kicking the dirt.
I shot you, jabroni.
Hey, you fuck yourself! And that is going to bring us down to Jinxy as you are bobbing up and down in the water with arrows flying at you.
How deep is this water?
It is 6 feet, so you are about 3 feet clear of it because you are fucking huge.
I was gonna say bobbing is
in your
You
armpits.
It's like, how...
He's just.
Have you guys ever
his
seen
knees.
dogs swim in pools when they don't realize that, like, if they stood up, they'd be fine? It's,
Yeah.
it's like that. That's how I'm picturing it.
Yeah.
So my legs are just spread apart, and I'm just going up and down. Just okay. I'm still a little woozy after the boat ride. Not used to the flow of the waves. Jinxie's gonna cast spike growth on the log, like right in front of this knoll.
Sure. Can you just read what spike growth does, please?
Yes. On the ground in a 20-foot radius, centered on a point within range. The area becomes difficult terrain for the duration. When a creature moves into or within the area, it takes 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet it travels.
You should be a radio host. I'll pick up. So, on the log erupts a number of thorns and druidic magic as a green froth explodes. The tree becomes like a brambly, rough patch of sandpaper and nails as this gnoll is finding it very difficult to stay on here. I need you to roll me nothing, because that is what the spell does. It's going to be on that gnoll's turn where he rolls that piercing damage if he moves.
Yes.
Great turn. Anything on your bonus action, my friend?
Bonus action. I'm going to cast Shillelagh,
Sure,
which
okay.
basically just turns my quarterstaff into
A lightsaber.
Yeah, 100%. Dual
Very
bladed.
cool.
Yeah, the weapon's damage becomes a d8 instead.
Excellent. Chode, as you witness this log explode behind you and you see the shillelagh magically erupt in Jinxie's hand, you realize that it's your turn.
Nice. All right. So I'm going to climb out of the water, but onto the shore opposite the hyenas.
Okay.
The gnolls. Sorry. So I'm gonna get all the way up to here, if that's cool.
So on the opposite side of the shore, you climb up about 10 feet, which
Yeah.
brings you about 30 feet away from the gnolls. While you're up there, I get you can give me a free perception check, please.
That is a natty 20 for 24.
Nice.
And with that 20/20 vision, you see standing on this side of the river a massive troll who has a second head, almost like a tumorous growth growing out of its neck. Its elbow has kind of like what looks to be almost a third arm growing out of it, but it's like a baby troll arm. It looks very mutated and fucked up. It looks at you, roars, and it's still your turn, but you now have that new obstacle.
What a rookie move, Chode. He made a point to tell us about the trees on that side and gave us the weakest looking gnolls on our side. And you went straight there.
Trust me on my move.
You've activated my trap card, Chode.
Yeah. Oh, God. Should have known. Well, seeing that, Chode's gonna be like, fucking great. He is gonna cast Thunder Wave at the log.
Okay, perfect. Are you trying to target the knoll that's on top of the log, or are you trying to target the log
No,
itself?
I am going to target the log itself.
Okay.
Because actually, I guess it's gonna hit both because it's a cube AOE. So it moves. It pushes objects within the area automatically push 10 feet away from you. And the spell emits a thunderous boom audible 300 feet. So anyone inside the cubes, which will be that one guy. I don't know how to make the cube.
That's fine. So that we can. It's a 5x5 square or cube rather.
Yeah, it's a 15-foot cube. So yeah.
Okay, if you're targeting the log and the knoll, yeah, I would just say you can make it where it doesn't hit Cambrio because that's the only other person that it could. If you're trying to aim for both of those knolls within that side, like the one that's on the log and the one that's just on the riverbed, I can say that you can do that as well. Now, just for funsies here, I do have the log that's blocking the river, this huge, massive log. I do have an AC for it and some HP for it as well. So,
Okay.
If you're curious.
It just says unsecured objects are in the area of effect have automatically get 10, like pushed away 10 feet.
Yes, I would say that this huge, massive, hundreds of pounds log is not unsecured. It is kind of like fixed right down into the riverbed. So you can try and destroy it with this thunder wave, but by no means will it be pushed, unfortunately.
All right.
Good thinking, though.
Well, then I will still do that. Because why not? See if I can do it. So everyone must make a Constitution save. So I guess the log and the knoll.
Yeah, I'm going to say the log automatically fails the Constitution save.
Cool.
And you're still targeting both the knolls?
No, just the one on the log.
Okay, then he fails.
All right, cool. So they take 10 thunder damage.
Perfect. So why don't you first give me the kill cam for the knoll that was on top of that log?
Oh, fuck yeah. All right. So, Chode like revs up his leg, and he's like, "Here comes the boom!" And he just like slams his foot into the ground, and this big thunder wave like shakes out with all this lightning shooting out of it. And one of them like hits the knoll and just like, you know, in like animes, like when like they get hit by like a beam, they just like evaporate in it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that just happens to him. He's just like, and like evaporates.
That's incredible. And what's really funny about this is it eviscerates this knoll, this hyena man, just turns him into dust. But the log still seems pretty fine. So
that makes sense.
Pretty strong log there. Yeah. Is that everything, Mr. Chode?
I still have. How would you say I've moved 15 feet?
Yep, I would say 15 feet is about right.
All right. Well, then I am going to use another 15 feet to get on the log.
Sure. So anytime that somebody's jumping or moving across the log, I need an athletics or acrobatics check to see how deft you are. it could be, fine. It could use half your movement, or you could fall right off back into the water, depending on what the roll is.
It's all good. I got a dirty 20.
Very nice. So you are
athletics.
moving at whatever speed you want. You can use all 15 feet on that log if you want. And I will say that it's four squares across, so about 20 feet, just for that purpose.
I will use all of it, because I do not want to be anywhere near that fucking troll with the boil of a head on his elbow.
Yes. He looks pretty
That'll
disgusting.
be my turn.
Okay.
Do I be a narc?
What's up?
Is the log not covered in spikes?
Well, I was curious.
oh,
Is
no,
there
yeah.
is there an AC on those spikes? Because the log did take 10 damage, right?
It lasts 10 minutes.
Yeah, 10 minutes.
Yeah, so good catch, Cambrio. So because that was, 3 squares, Speedy?
Sorry, Chode.
Yeah,
You, my friend, have to make
you're for sure back to Goldie.
2d4
2d4
times 3, so 64 piercing damage you take on that.
Cool.
I can roll it if you'd like,
Oh, fuck.
or you can roll it.
Or does
Well,
Jinxy roll it?
Taste my thorns.
It's the most damage Jinxie's ever done.
Yeah. It's just super powerful.
I will say, if that's
If
the
you had
case, I
known
might
that, would you have
got
stopped
on,
after
but-
the first 5 feet?
Yeah,
The first
okay.
bit of pain.
Okay, so then
Yeah,
you can
would've
go back to
not
here,
Gone so far.
but jumping on the log, I'm going to say that at least 2d4 of that initial piercing
that's
damage,
fine.
you have to eat that one.
Yeah, that's fine.
Can I roll
Sorry, are you
two?
rolling this or am
Oh, I apologize.
So fun playing by the rules.
I had rolled the 64, but lovely. You take 6 piercing damage.
Ooh. That's gonna hurt.
And is that your turn, Chode?
All right, yeah, that is my turn.
Okay, perfect. That brings us down to the creepy troll.
Oh no.
So this troll, I have described him a little bit, but he is very large. He stands about 11 feet tall, and he just looks horrific. Like, there are little nubs and boils and warts growing out of him, like as if any tiny scratch that he's ever had has kind of healed over into a weird callousy stump. If he's ever had, a finger chopped off, 2 grow backs, like, weirdly and gnarled. Like, so he looks like he's been both in a number of battles because of these weird deformed scars, but also just very, very treacherous and very, very evil looking. So with that said, he's going to pick up a small tree that he's been using as a club, and he is going to move 5 feet forward and slam the club down on Cambrio and the bow of the ship. And that is going to be ooh, you lucky fucker. An 11 to hit the first. No? That audio podcast here, yes or no?
Sorry, I thought you were rolling the second one. I thought you knew the 11 didn't hit when you
Yep.
called me a lucky fucker.
No, that's okay.
No.
That's okay.
Cambrio snaps out of the way.
The 26, however, does hit.
Oh yeah.
Ow!
And
Ay,
this
ay,
one
ay.
is... Okay, you, my friend, are going to take... Yikes. 10 bludgeoning damage on that one.
Aggro the troll, Chode. You're a real Chode.
This guy.
And with that, the troll looks over at the gnolls, brings his chin up high, and gives a howl. And you can see that the gnolls are responding to that, so it looks very much like this is a coordinated attack between these two entities. That's going to bring us back to the top with Wills.
All right. So, I've got a question for you, Mr. DM.
Yeah.
Looking at the 3 gnolls on the right side of the river here, they're pretty tightly grouped. I'm wondering if a 15-foot cone would hit them all. I don't know if you can whip one up. I try to not do too much action on the old... Oh, that looks great.
T.
That one?
Yeah.
you can get them. Now, here's the thing: you're gonna have to move up to where Jinxy
Yes.
is, because Jinxy, you're still in the water. Yes.
Yes, I'm still in the water.
So I would say, Wills, with the way that triangle is looking, you will hit Jinxy in the water unless you move that. Like, if he was still in the boat, I'd say it's easy enough to maneuver, but part of the penalty of him being in the water is he is in that triangle right now. So he would be a friendly fire, but you could still hit those 3 remaining gnolls, so is it worth the risk?
Yeah, I'm wondering if I shift a little closer towards Cambrio, do you think I could avoid him? I don't know how much you can angle that. If it's too complicated, that's fine, and I'll accept that.
Yeah, I'll say just because penalties for being in the water. I'll say you can either move and hit the top 2, or if you're still staying here, it would be all 3 plus Jinxy in that.
All right.
So you can
I
decide.
love my friend Jinxy, but he's gonna be making a Dex saving throw any second now.
I love that.
So, I'm gonna kind of. My attention was towards the 3 gnolls until seconds ago when I heard the slam of that tree. That's a club. That's baffling. It's huge. That's scary. But as soon as I saw those gnolls perk up, I thought, okay, one thing's better to fight than 4, and I'm gonna try and lay quick waste to these with a hopefully lucky shot.
Okay, what are you casting?
I
first of
am
all?
going to cast Burning Hands, and I'm going to cast that at the 2nd level.
Okay.
Oh, firebomb me.
And what's the DC for that spell?
The DC is 14 Dex.
Okay, 14 dex. These gnolls are kind of dexterous, but not
And
crazy.
Jinxie, that will include you, unfortunately.
Yeah, so Jinxie, I need a dex saving throw from you, Mr. Elephant Man.
I'm really hoping our druid is
Would
dexterous.
this frighten me at all?
Oh, that would be scary.
I think it would be pretty scary.
Whilst on the gnoll front, 2 of them fail and 1 of them succeeds.
All right.
Oh, I got a fucking 3.
Oh, natural 1.
Oh, fuck.
Fantastic.
Oh.
Okay, so you're doing max damage to 3 of these creatures, and 1of the gnolls taking half.
All right.
Or Burning Hands is still half because it's a 2nd level here.
So 4
roll me some damage.
That'll be 3, 6 for 9, 11, 15 damage.
I'm burning.
Dunk your head in the water.
Goodness gracious.
Yes, as I turn back my attention to the gnolls and launch my hands forward, touching my thumbs and my fingers spread, I shoot flames across, hoping Jinxie will be able to duck out of the way and under the water, but as we've learned, Jinxie is not always the quickest to react.
Well,
This is what he figured out he could stand.
Yeah.
yeah,
Fire.
in this case, it's this.
Oh.
So, Will, very similar to you noticing the tree being smashed on Cambrio at the front of the boat, but then you kind of turn your attention. Okay, we got to get these gnolls out of the way, and you cast your burning hands in front of you. Well, Jinxie was about a half second late to that. So as he's turning, looking, oh, what was that big sound? He catches burning hands right to the face and taking that full damage right to the front. And Jinxie, that definitely hurt.
Oh,
And it's going back to the first 2 gnolls, one of which is dead. So let's first of all get rid of this burning hands triangle, Wills. And I can't do that, so let's just keep this moving here. So he is going to come over here, and Jinxie, he's going to jump into the water with a short sword above his head, and he's going to be doing a stabby stab down at you.
Oh, you want to
How
go?
tall is he?
Let's just see here. Yes, okay, so with this attack... Got too many tabs open here. Too many tabs. Here we go.
How tall are gnolls?
Gnolls are not very tall. They would be about 5 or 6
So-
feet tall.
So like he's like This water's at like
Oh, yeah.
head, like it's
Yeah, he's jumping right in and kind of with no regard. A 13, which I believe is not high enough to hit you,
Does
Jinxie.
not hit.
Okay. And so he's in the water right with you. It's not a grapple, but you're kind of sharing the same square as you're both kind of struggling to stay on top of each other, like
Okay.
swimming and grabbing hold of each other and chaos.
polo match.
Next is Cambria.
Jinxie. Just stand up. You can touch the bottom.
This troll, is that like it just has a long reach, or am I considered in its range?
Good question. He has a tree club, which is a reach of 10 feet, but you're not sure whether or not you're in his attack range because of that, or because he himself is very big.
Okay. I'm gonna just risk it. I'm going to move bow to stern, and port to starboard.
Okay, down kind of
I'm
where
kind of be on
the bottom right where.
Yeah, I'm on top of kind of where Jinxie's in the water.
Okay, and you're going to. Oof! Yeah, you're going to take a nice tree swing to the back of the head as you're running away from him.
This dumb tree.
You take 9 bludgeoning damage as you run from this troll. So now it looks like, just to kind of reset the clock here, we've got Zed and Cambria near the back of the ship. Looking over to the starboard side, they would see a hyena and a loxodon doing gymnastics in the water together. Near the bow of the ship, we have the log that's blocking the river, which Chode is kind of stepping on Legos, being like, ow, 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 ow. On the port side of the ship, we have the big troll, and then there's still 3 gnolls everywhere else. Is that everything for your turn, Cambrio, or likely not, since you haven't...
Was everything for my turn running to the back of the boat and getting whacked in the head?
Yeah. No. You're sure? Okay.
I'm pretty positive that I didn't just want to run to the back of the boat and get whacked in the head.
Just a masochist.
To each their own.
I'm gonna try something semi-new, because I was reading my sheet.
Okay.
Love that.
I'm gonna go to my little features tab. This is a little rogue from Tasha's, I think. Steady aim. So I'm gonna use a bonus action to give myself advantage on this attack.
Very nice.
I can't, because I haven't moved this turn, so I'll save that for later, and I'm just gonna panic and realize I can't do that and throw 2 psychic knives at the guy in the water with Jinxie.
Sorry, so just to clarify, you have moved this turn.
Yes, I know, so I can't do the other thing I was gonna do.
see.
So I'm just gonna throw the 2
I
knives.
see. At the troll or at any of the gnolls?
At the knoll in the water with Jinxie.
Okay, perfect.
Like straight down on top
Yep.
of it.
He's trying to bite me. Help me.
Kill him, Cambria.
I don't want it to bite you. 22.
A 22 certainly hits.
Ooh, that's
So first one is 10 damage.
Don't even worry about that second one. Give me the kill cam, and then you can attack something else.
Alright, first psychic knife goes like straight down into the top of this thing's head, and then kind of just vanishes as this thing dies, and it just sort of slumps down. Like there's no blood, there's no nothing. The thing just stops living. And then I'm just going to throw my second knife deep at the one from me looking out to the right, the one further kind of behind the
So
boat.
for clarity's sake, the one who took the max burning hands damage rather than the one that took half burning hands damage.
See, the one who looks more
Okay,
singed.
Nice.
That's a dirty
20
20.
hits. Give me the damage on that
Put
one.
him away. Put him away.
That's 8. That's 2 max damage rolls.
How about that was just enough
Oh.
to kill this one? Give me the second kill cam this turn. You
Oh,
motherfucker.
double kill.
This one
Double.
catches it right through the neck, and it just like jerks up, falls back, and its buddy just saw it like slump over, and nothing happened to it.
That is crazy. Okay, good for you.
Double kill.
That is...
I have a concussion.
That's awesome. So the last Gnoll who's alive, as he's just witnessed 3 of his friends and brothers die in the last 18 seconds, he looks around, he has rage in his eyes, draws his longbow and points it right at your face, Cambrio, and he's going to take a shot.
Oh boy.
Let's see. Oh, baby. That is a natty 20.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Ouch.
Means...
Another
Cambria's
kill
riding high in
cam.
this moment. I'm doing the Napoleon. Like I've captured this ship. I've got my leg on the railing, my hand in my shirt. and my hit points open, ready to reduce.
You take 8 piercing damage from this arrow as it sinks right into your clavicle, right beneath your neck.
Ah!
Yep.
Your projectiles stay, asshole.
And with that, we are going to go down to Jinxy. As you are still swimming in the water, a dead knoll is kind of bobbing up and down beside you. What do you want to do?
Jinxie's gonna, as his movement action, try to sort of like hold on to the bobbing knoll to try to get balance, but
Okay.
still float in the river.
Using it as
Okay.
a floating.
And then, yeah,
Just stand up. You're 8 feet tall in a 6-foot
What
water.
do you mean?
Jesus.
this the current. It's too fast. I can't stand up. And then Jinxie's going to cast. Oh gosh, where is it? He's going to cast Ice Knife at the last knoll here.
Okay, go for it. Roll a attack.
23.
A 23 certainly hits. Go ahead and roll damage on that big guy.
Nice.
And that's a 1.
Okay.
Oh.
Ooh.
Bad. So this ice
That
knife.
was an icicle.
Yeah,
not a-
this ice knife is crafted in your hand as a magical burst of cold energy fills your fists. And as you let go, it's maybe just a hot day because it's just like losing a lot of ice on the way, and it kind of just turns into more of like a toothpick that lands into this Noel's cheek, and he's like, "Ah! Quit that!"
Does Ice Knife also not explode?
It does, but there's no enemies around him, so.
Okay, so it doesn't double
No,
tap the one
correct.
person. Okay.
Jinxie's like, oh, I'm too wet to do this. Oh,
It's a very slushy dagger.
yes. And that's all Jinxie's gonna do.
Okay.
She's gonna use the knoll as a floaty.
Perfect. So staying in the water is Jinxie. That's going to bring us down to Chode. Chode, what are you doing, big guy?
All right. I am going. Is the troll close enough to me that I can attack him from the
You know what?
from the log, or would I have to get down?
Very quickly, this is the only time that it's kind of coming up. Jinxie, you took damage in the last kind of cycle of turns, and
Yep.
your spell on the log, Spike Growth, is concentration. I need you to roll me a concentration or Constitution saving throw. Con check, whatever the fuck.
Could you also not just choose to let it last?
He could, but
14.
yeah, so it's still up. But I mean,
But he
well,
won't.
the thing is, like, there's a lot going on in battle. He's been swimming. He's been on the other side, so
I know. I was just asking
Yeah,
rules wise
yeah,
if you
he-
could like voluntarily
he
fail a
could,
con save.
yes, or he could just
Yeah,
choose to end it.
Say it.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
But the spikes remain. Chode, go ahead on your turn.
All right. So spikes are there. Can I reach the troll from the log, or is he too far
So
away?
it's you're gonna have to jump down like to here, just 5 feet down if you're gonna be within his range. Only because the troll's kind of in
and I
between.
take damage if I jump off. Right?
The wording is I don't know if you leave the square with spike growth or if you move through it. For every 5 feet it travels, I'm gonna say no because you're jumping off the log. I would say no. You wouldn't take damage on this.
All right. Then I will use 5 feet to jump down to get nice and close to Mr. Troll.
Perfect. So you're within a 5-foot combat range of Mr. Troll.
And I am going to attack him with my great sword.
Okay, slash. Let's hit it, buddy.
As a 22 to hit.
A 22 carves into this troll. Roll me damage, and I will explain what happens.
Oh, that's scary.
9. For 13. Sorry.
Okay,
I forgot about the plus,
Yeah.
so 13 damage.
13 damage. So you,
Very nice.
this troll is larger than you, and you kind of carve.
Hold on. I am also going to make it I'm going to use one of my superior die to make it a menacing attack.
Okay, explain to me what that is.
So I'm going to expend a superiority die, and the target must make a wisdom saving throw, DC 14. If he fails, it's frightened of me until its next turn.
Very, very, very nice.
Yeah, I do like that.
Okay, let's see. He has a pretty shitty wisdom. It's -1, so let's see.
What I was hoping.
Man, this troll dumb as hell.
Okay. Okay. Yes, it is frightened. So, great job on that. So, it takes
Yes.
a large cut, kind of the top of the chest area, as you reach up with your greatsword to carve into it. It has like a purpley black blood that's just dripping down the front of his chest now. He screams and howls, and it looks like the pupils in his eyes tighten as he sees you. It looks like he is very frightened. Is that everything, Chode?
No, I am going to use a bonus action,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to give Mr. Zed some bardic inspiration.
Very nice.
So on my chest, I'm going to turn the knob. I'm going to press it in. Go, hey Sunshine, this one's for you. And out of the horn comes, I'm walking on sunshine. So that whole song comes out.
I don't think we have the rights for
I won't
that
sing it
song.
yeah. So yeah, just imagine it.
You guys ever see that intervention video where the girl's huffing duster? I'm walking on sunshine.
Niche.
And then I am going to action surge.
Good lord, that's a lot of action.
Good lord,
Yeah.
he's a fighter.
And I'm going to cast Vicious Mockery on this jabroni of a troll.
Okay, while I roll the save, what do you say to get in the troll's head?
Like, hey, ugly. I don't know what you're doing in this forest, but clearly you haven't seen a mirror as of late, because good Christ, you could kill someone just by walking in a room.
What kind of save is that? Wisdom?
Another wisdom, yeah.
And the DC on that is?
12.
Oh, very nice. It got a 13 minus 1, which is a 12, so it passes.
Damn. Yeah, it doesn't take any damage, but
Sticks and
It,
stones.
so it looks at you, it's still frightened, but it doesn't look like it's laughing very much. Can I just clarify, Chode, how long is he frightened for? A turn, or is it a minute, or...
that is a good question. Till the end of my next turn.
Okay, perfect. So that is essentially one full round for this guy. So it is now the troll's turn. Is going to... Now, remind me here, frightened... He doesn't have to run away from you. He just can't get any
Can't
closer.
move towards you.
Okay, so it can stay and attack you, Speedy, but because it's afraid of you, it'll be at disadvantage, is how it works.
That's what it is.
If he's still within a line of sight of you. Now, what's interesting first is that on the troll's turn, you can see that the gash across his chest starts to slowly congeal over, and it begins to heal.
A real jerk, DM.
Great.
Hey, I didn't create trolls, man. I didn't create trolls.
You brought them into this world.
Internet did.
And he is afraid of Chode, but that's not going to stop him from attacking him. So at disadvantage, this guy is going to take his first of 2 multi-attacks. And... Oh, that's so disappointing. I got a 19 with one of them. But no, I missed with the first swing. So I like to just picture that Chode, you
Nice.
hopscotch over this log as it comes swinging at your shins. And the second one's... Ooh, this one might actually hit. Does a 19 hit you, Chode?
That is my DC, or my AC, sorry.
Okay. It's nothing like having a monster that has like plus 1,000,000 to hit, which is great. You take 7 bludgeoning damage, Chode. But that is its turn. Because it had to do that at disadvantage, it missed one of its tree attacks. So that's going to bring us back to the top with Zed.
All right. Zed is, I would say, vibing after hearing that inspirational tune come out of Chode's speaker system there. However,
He prefers the term nipples.
yeah, that's fair.
I turned them on for you.
And I am going to cast Firebolt with... I'm going to use one of my sorcery points. Maybe
Okay.
2, let me just clarify. And I'm going to use Twin Spell. I would like to take a couple cracks at this this giant oaf. And we'll see if fire does any more, then...
Yeah, sure. Just because it's the first time you're actually using it, just so that we have it on audio once, can you just read me the effects of Twin Spell?
Absolutely. You can spend sorcery points equal to a spell's level, 1 for a cantrip, which Firebolt is, to target a second creature in range with the same spell, as long as the spell at the level it's being cast is incapable of targeting more than one creature. Now, DM ruling, can I target the same creature twice?
I'm not hearing that that's the case. I believe that you could split the spell to attack 2 creatures, but twin, I don't think it means that you get 2 on the same one.
Well, I think you're wrong, but since you're the boss, no, I'm kidding.
I might get torn apart in the comments on the internet for this.
I hope you do. It'll make me feel better, but until then, it is the way it is. In that case, I am not going to do that.
Keep those sorcery points in the bank.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. I pulled them out. I was about to deposit. Instead, back in the pocket, and Zed is gonna whip out the good old-fashioned crossbow that he has slung over his shoulder, and people probably always forget he has. It's a light crossbow, so nothing special. But I am going to take a shot at this ugly troll.
Okay.
Does a 21 hit?
A 21, yes, it hits.
Perfect. That'll be 7 damage plus a little sneak attack bonus of 4. So that'd be 11 piercing damage, Mr. DM.
Okay, anything else, my friend?
That will be the end of my turn.
Okay, lovely. That's going to bring us down to the... I think...
Why?
It's
He's
you,
the second broken nose.
yeah. That is exactly what I was doing. Cambria.
Alright, I am not going to head back towards the bow because that feels like it's all in range of the troll's giant
That's
arm.
right.
I'm going to look at Zed, go, I think you're onto something with the fire. You give him a couple little finger guns. And then I'm going to turn and start doing little finger guns at the troll. And as I do, I'm just going to kind of summon and whip out another little psychic knife going at this guy.
Audio podcast, I don't know who you're talking about.
I meant the troll. That's who I was doing the finger guns at.
Okay.
I'm just doing finger guns, and as I'm doing it, 2 psychic knives are going to fly out of my hands.
Very cool.
Skill actions. That's the word I'm looking for. It's a 14 hit.
A 14 hits, but it's not enough to do damage. That makes sense.
Weird. I have an interesting question then.
Yeah.
Will that trigger sneak attack?
Sorry, no, it misses, but it's so close to hitting that I'll just say that it hits, but it doesn't do enough. You know what I mean? That's just for...
Oh, okay. But so it didn't hit.
It didn't hit on paper,
okay,
but...
then I'm going to take a bonus action, go another one.
There you go.
That's another 14.
It's another hit with no damage. Just ding, ding.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna cower. I'm gonna cower back over here and just be. I'm seeing stars.
you pick a captain's log. I'm terrified.
Captain's log. Traumatic brain.
Okay, so as you're carving your last hurrah into this wooden log, this gnoll is going to...
hurrah.
This gnoll is going to come out, and he's going to shoot his longbow at... He's going to take a pot shot here at Mr. Zed.
You're not looking at me, but I am shocked.
That's okay. I don't know if... What's his... Hold on, let me find out what the addition is here. A 13,
It's a subtraction.
Zed? A 13 hit?
No, barely misses.
Very nice. Okay, cool. So
Ooh.
this arrow was screaming past your forehead, inches forward, and you would have taken a pot shot to the face, but you were okay. That ends the gnoll's turn, and we're going to move back down to Jinxy.
Okay, so Jinxie's gonna finally stand up in the water there and just, oh, okay. And then he's gonna take out his magnifying glass and look into the water and be like, oh, that's weird. That's really weird. And then sort of take his right mammoth paw, kind of dry it off on his fur. It doesn't really work so well because his fur is also wet. And then he's gonna try to cast Ice Knife again on the gnoll on the shore.
Okay, perfect.
Chode is screaming internally.
15.
A 15 is just enough to hit this gnoll.
Put him
But
away.
not and bounce off. 6 damage.
Okay, 6 damage. So this gnoll takes this ice knife kind of to the top of the elbow, and it severs the arm, and you can kind of see that the arm is hanging by like a little bit. It looks pretty rough, but it's not quite dead yet.
Okay.
Good luck using your bow now that you've committed to an arm being amputated.
Is that everything, Jinxie?
And then Jinxie's gonna move. Actually, no. Yeah, Jinxie's just gonna stay there.
Okay, just bobbing in the water.
Get in the boat, you fuckstick!
That's great. Okay, yeah, then in any case, that brings us to Chode.
Oh my god.
Can the title of this episode, Speedy, please be Get in the Boat, You Fuckstick?
Yeah.
Can it just be beach day or some dumb shit? That's what Jinxie feels like it's at.
Jinxie learns to swim.
Okay, Chode,
Josh, are you not our
Yeah.
healer?
We've got 2 healers.
No, your healer is in hand-to-hand combat with a troll right now, so...
Yeah, healer's about to die.
He's doing well though.
No, he is.
Yeah. Alright, well, I am going to just keep slashing at this troll.
Slish slash. I've been taking the bath. Okay, go ahead. Roll for it, buddy.
He objectively has it. He's rank.
No.
Yeah, we have determined that 14 is enough to make a cool anime-like connection with the creature, but not enough to draw blood.
Yeah.
Cool anime connection. That's how we met.
Is it? We were in English.
No, but I needed something.
We were in English class together.
English class in grade 9 didn't work.
Close enough.
We both know the language really well, though.
Japanese? Hi.
Alright, and you also haven't gotten rid of the thorns on the log, so...
It's true. I've given Jinxie ample turns to just drop it.
Jinxie's
but-
proven he's doing nothing.
You
this
could
whole
just
day.
run through the water.
Jinxie is
Yeah.
very.
Alright, I'm gonna use
Preoccupied.
my movement to go back in the water and try and get to, like, the other side of the
Like
river
to around
to
here?
fight. Yeah, because the river's 30 feet wide, right?
About 20, but yeah, if you're climbing the 5-foot bank and stuff, we'll just say that, your
Yeah.
full movement would get you to essentially the other side of the river. I'll put you here. The problem is you are leaving the combat range of the troll, so he is going to get an attack of opportunity on you.
It is a disadvantage still, because
I was just
Yep.
going to say, Cambria
Yep.
voice, rules lawyer at law.
Don't you worry. That might... Hold on. Does a 15 hit? Because that was my first roll, and if it doesn't, then... Okay,
No.
then yeah, he misses. And that brings us back to the troll. As his pupils undilate, he is no longer fearful of the robot who cowardly ran away from him. He's a little embarrassed that he didn't get that hit in. However, he is going to shift down south a little bit towards the 3 gentlemen on the ship. Or should I say 2 gentlemen on the ship and the furry life preserver on the side. And he is going to raise both of his hands.
No life preserving has been done.
Raise both of his
Everyone's
hands
died.
with the log overhead. Slam down, not aiming at any of you in particular, but he's aiming for the goods on the middle of the boat. He is trying to smash the boat.
Do they get any armor because they're still wrapped in vines and?
That was... Nope. That was another day ago, and the spell doesn't last that long.
Oh,
Okay. This could get interesting, folks. Because he hit the boat. Okay. I need the 2 individuals on the boat,
that's
Cambrio
why
and
Jinxie didn't get
Zed,
on a boat.
to roll me a dexterity saving throw as the boat is being hit to capsize because he just did a fuck ton of damage to the middle of the boat. As
What's a dirty 20
a dirty
do?
20 makes it so that you don't take any damage and that you are in the water. But yeah, you're okay.
Is there a score that's higher to keep me on the boat?
There is no longer a boat, Cambrio. He smashed the middle,
Okay.
and it is now sinking. So this is just seeing if you take any splinters to the
Easy.
face.
All right.
Zed, what about you?
How does a 17 do for me?
Yep, So both of you are in the water. The boat is now kind of capsizing, and you can see the boxes and things that you are delivering kind of slowly start meandering back down south towards the direction that you came from, as there is no longer a boat. Yeah, that is his turn, though, because he can't really do much else there. That brings us back to Zed, up at the top. You are in the water. Things all around you. Your mission is crumbling quickly before you. What do you do?
Punch a DM in the face. You're lucky this is virtual, okay?
Yeah, I know.
All right. Zed's gonna take a second, and only a second, because he only has 6 of them. He is just appalled at how this is unfolded. I am going to stare this dumb troll straight in the face, turn my attention towards it, and I am going to cast a spell.
Sure. Sorry, if I can interject really quickly. Yeah. I did the math on this, but I forgot to announce. You can see that because you hit him with crossbows the turn before, they are starting to heal up as well.
Yeah. I figured something like that would happen. I'm going to cast... I'm going to cast Firebolt, and I'm going to twin it.
Okay.
I'm going to twin it, indeed. I'm going to cast the first one at the remaining knoll.
Okay.
So let's see how that goes. Does a 17 hit?
17 hits. Go ahead and roll damage on that guy.
Perfect.
Twin it.
That'll be 10 damage. So as I turn towards this last knoll in an utter expression of frustration, I'll let out like a and blast a firebolt right at the knoll in hopes that it disintegrates into an ashy dust.
Okay.
And then turn around quickly and launch a second one. Can I aim for that stupid dumb boil head on its elbow?
Yeah.
Maybe
sure,
just for flavor.
Just for flavor.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. So second shot. Fuck me. What happens? You know.
I don't know.
You know.
Was it a natural one?
Yeah, it was.
Aren't you inspiration mode doing anything here?
Yeah, that's.
It's not a re-roll.
What I will say here, gentlemen, is you miss Zed with that. The odds are already stacked pretty heavily against you, so with a 1, you miss. However, you did disintegrate the knoll on the right-hand side of the river, which means there are no more knolls to deal with, but you still have a practically fully healthy troll who is only getting angrier with your presence.
Look at that thing. That thing's not healthy, even on its best days.
Fully healthy?
That is all I got.
That's an unhealthy troll if I ever saw one.
Speaking of unhealthy trolls, Cambrio, it is your turn.
Set the scene for me here, DM. The goods are... So the boat is kind of broken in the middle, Titanic-esque, and the goods run the bow, sliding down towards the back. But they're not in the water yet.
So here's how I've pictured it. Because the troll attacked from the side of the ship and the club kind of severed the boat in twain right through the middle, picture the boat now, like the bow and the stern are up.
Yeah,
kind of like a V.
Titanic.
And yeah. But where you're wrong is that the goods were in the middle. So yes, they are all in the water right now. They're still kind of floating around where they were in the water because it's only been a few seconds. But within seconds here, they're going to start drifting and listing down the water. So essentially, it's: do you want to stay and fight? Do you want to try and stop this, or what's the situation? You got to act fast.
All right. I am going to, in the water, I'm going to swim around to the back of the boat, so I'm kind of downriver for everything. And I'm sort of standing on the right bank. And I'm going to ask for a little bit of leeway here, because you haven't asked me for the past couple days which bolt I have loaded in my crossbow. It seems as if there's kind of like a utilitarian mode right now. It would probably be the grapple hook.
I'll allow it.
All right, I'm going to try to shoot across the bank to sort of make like a little rope trap net to stop all the crates from floating away.
Very intriguing. Okay, so what I'm going to say is roll me an attack, and based on how well you do, it'll be kind of how well the rope stoppage goes.
That's a 15.
15, perfect. So your grappling hook sinks low enough into the ground on the opposite side of the river that it is about a foot or so over the water's help me out here, like the sea level, like of the
surface,
river.
Water level. Yeah.
The surface, sure. Yeah, I'm good at English. Didn't I just say that I could speak the?
We said we
language
met
pretty
there,
well?
not that we did well.
Yeah. That's a good point. So yeah, as these big boxes full of like for example, the one full of scarves that Regale Lacroix was rummaging through was fairly large. So one that size is going to be stopped. I would say that about 70 to 80% of your shipment is that size. So you have just secured most of the cargo. However, there are a few smaller boxes that are still kind of getting through, and they are now about 10 or so feet behind where you are, Cambrio, because they have slipped through.
Even though I've got the other end of the rope and can kind of lower it to wherever I need it to.
Yeah, on a 15, that's what happens.
Perfect. So 70, 80%. I'm going to say 80 because I like that better.
Sure.
Yeah.
Anything else, my friend?
Are any of those packages under 10 pounds?
I would say that you wouldn't know. So
I'm gonna try a bonus action mage hand the smallest one.
Okay, yeah, go ahead, and
Nice.
you are reaching out for it.
All right, it's a very dramatic scene where I am holding the rope and I'm doing the other thing where I'm reaching back and I'm just trying to go. I don't think I make a roll for it. I could, if it's under 10 pounds, I could pick it up. Do I roll like a luck check if it's under 10?
No, it's okay. I will say that as you're holding the rope with your left hand, you're kind of reaching across your body with your right, using your telekinetic powers to just kind of magneto one of the smaller boxes in the river. This box, it's funny. I know what's in there. It's about 10 pounds. I would even say a little bit larger. So you're not necessarily bringing it towards you, but you're certainly forced stopping it from kind of continuing any further. Let's just say. So you have saved an additional piece of cargo.
Cool.
Great job. Great turn. That is going to bring us down to Jinxy, who is still in the water. Are you still holding on to your hyena friend as a floaty?
As Jinxy, yes, I'm still holding on to the hyena, and Jinxy, just seeing the boat basically explode in front of him, is going to decide maybe it's time to get out of the water.
Oh.
He's going to go swim down to Cambrio and then cast. Oh God, where did it go?
Let me guess. Thorn Whip.
Cure Wounds as a level 2 spell.
Very nice.
So, come on, buddy, you're looking rough.
Ooh, very nice. 17.
Great
Wow,
heal.
that's a big boy.
That brings Cambria from 8 to 25.
25. Just glow. It's just a dramatic moment of him just like kind of slagging off and trying to struggle, and the energy and life just starts to come back into him.
Anything else, Jinxie?
And that is all Jinxie's gonna do.
Okay, Chode, let's see what the big fighter bard's going to do from the other side of the river.
Alright, I am going to try and destroy this log.
Okay, perfect.
So I am going to just slash at it with my greatsword.
Perfect, go for it.
12?
12, yes, it hits. It hits enough where it's actually doing damage to the log. Go ahead and roll damage on that one.
9 damage.
Very nice. So, this is going to be hard to explain. The log looks fairly damaged. It looks more than 60% damaged, in fact, but it's still there. It's still holding strong across where the boat cannot cross, to go any further north across the river. However, you are certainly making dents, Chode. Great job. Anything else?
Yeah. I will use my other bardic inspiration. So, turn it again, and I am going to play What's Up? 4 non-blondes again, and give Cambrio some inspiration, just in case. Hey Goldilocks. El Capitano. This one's for you again. I'll hit my chest and then blast out for him.
What's the song?
The what's up by the four
Oh,
non-blondes.
sorry about that. You said that, didn't you? Okay, great job. Is that your turn, Showed?
I haven't had chimes to change records yet. Yeah, that's all I got.
Okay, perfect. So, with that, the troll on his turn heals the last little bit of damage because the firebolt did not hit. He didn't take any damage on that turn. I will say, folks, he is at full health again.
Yeah. That's trolls for you.
And with his turn, he is going to step into the water, kind of where the breakage of the boat is.
Really hoping he's afraid of water.
He's going to
I thought he would know.
look down at Zed, and like a child playing t-ball, he is going to wind up and try and smoke your skull.
Don't
Is that what
smoke
kids
skull,
do when they play
kids.
t-ball?
Sure.
I play t-ball
In
now.
this
I
world?
smoke skull.
This is really going to come down to what the addition is here. Oh my goodness. You lucky piece of shit. That's a 14.
All right.
That's fantastic. Okay, perfect. However, they do get multi-attacks, so he's going to come down again. Blah, blah, blah! This is a 15, which means I meet your armor class.
Yes. However, before you get any damage words out of your mouth, I don't want to get
Sure.
hit by a technicality here. As this second baseball swing comes at me, surely aiming for my head, Zed kind of stomps his staff on the river floor. And
Riverbed? Yeah.
Riverbed, there we go. English, right? And almost the water around him just kind of shoots up in front and creates a barrier that meets this club. And I don't know what you were about to say, but I'm not taking damage this turn because that just casted shield and added the water for flavor.
Lovely. Great job. So, yes, this club was coming in hot. It was coming in 11 points hot, and your water is enough to stop that club right in its tracks. Very, very nice reaction, my friend. That is it for its turn, and that's actually going to bring us right to Zed.
All right, so I might need another DM ruling here as I
Yes, sir.
dig into the tempestuous magic. As a bonus action, you can cause gusts of air to surround you before or after you cast a spell of first level or higher.
Mhm.
Me using that as a reaction just half second ago. What are the chances of me getting to use this on my turn now?
Okay, here's how I will say. Technically, on a reaction, you wouldn't have access to any of your bonus actions.
Yes.
However, it's cool, and you also it also does fit into the wording of it was after you cast a spell higher than first level or higher, I should
Yes.
say. So here's what I would say. Yes, you can use it. However, that eats your bonus action for your turn.
Yeah, I assumed as much. Definitely.
Perfect. So yeah, so if you want to explain what happens, what the three party members see as you are kind of throwing a wall of shield up with water to deflect this club, what happens next?
Yeah, so right after my hands, or I kind of stomp down and this wall comes up, then my hands kind of palms face down. Obviously, I'm holding the staff in one, and palm open in the other, and then you'll see kind of like as if just a force of air was shoved into the water. The water kind of beside me moves, and I jet back 10 feet to the shoreline by Cambrio and Jinxy. I'll say just in front of, 10 feet away. I'm not sure exactly where you'd like to. But I guess that would probably be just behind Jinxy or beside him. If I can be maybe north, maybe where that knoll was standing before.
There you go.
Perfect.
I've moved you. So now they're, just for flavor here, the 3 of Cambrio, Jinxy, and Zed are now on the right-hand riverbed side. Chode is about 15 feet to the north of them, and there is a troll in the middle of the boat in the water who is very close to all 4 of them.
Yes, and I will then use my action to cast a firebolt at said troll.
Very nice.
And I am guessing a 25 hits.
The 25 certainly hits. Yes, you can go ahead and roll your firebolt damage, sir.
And 9 damage
Very nice.
to this ugly troll. Fire variety.
Yeah. So what I will say is this firebolt leaves your palm and it glides through the air and kind of punches the troll in the chin. So it starts to singe its green hanging flesh, and it's almost kind of eating down into the weird neck growth of this troll. It is sizzling, it is screaming, and it does not look like it is immediately healing, although it didn't. Also, it doesn't seem like it did any extra damage, if that makes sense.
It does.
Perfect. So that is going to end your turn. Do you have any gravy on that?
Yeah, can I, as a free action, just yell out, like, use magic?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Can I, as a free action, go, I don't have any?
I'll combo that with...
this.
You have invisible daggers, you dick.
That's psychic, not magic. It's a real thing.
I'll put an end to this
Hocus
madness and stop
pocus.
talking.
I'm a real boy.
That's the end of my turn.
Let the record
yeah.
show that all happened. Okay, perfect. So that is going to bring us down to Cambrio himself.
All right.
Go ahead, Cambrio.
I want to take a dagger out and just stick it through the other end of the rope to like pin it to the riverbank.
Sure, like a physical
Yeah,
dagger,
I
not a
got
psychic dagger.
technically 4 on me in my inventory. So yeah, it's one of my regular daggers.
Mhm.
Just.
Sure, I will say that is your action.
Okay. And then.
Or bonus
Oh,
action.
no. Okay, if that's my
One of
bonus
the
action,
two.
sure. Or I don't care which one. Just let me know because I've got something to do either way.
Let's call that your action, since you're kind of striking down and doing
Okay.
something that would take about.
And then I'm going to use a
3
bonus
seconds.
action and try to hide. Just kind of in the reeds
Sure.
on the riverbank.
Yeah, what I would say is there's nowhere really to hide there, but if you want to move like,
Can I just
10 feet
step
back
into
or
the
so-
water a little bit?
if you want to duck down into the water, yes.
Yeah, do that.
What I will say is roll me a stealth to see how hidden you are, without there being too much to hide behind.
That's an 11, but I'm going to use my psionic knack as well. Give me one.
What is that for people who do not know?
I will let you know when I know. My psionic knack, basically on a skill check that I have proficiency with, which is obviously stealth. Features and traits. I'm just a boy with features and traits. I can expend a psionic energy die and add that to my roll. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So go ahead and roll that psionic die to see what it does to your 11 stealth.
Can I double down with inspiration?
Sure, I'll let
Is that the
yeah.
D4?
It's technically a roll. Speedy is at a D6, yeah. I think.
Ew! It's 2d6. Oh, I forgot I have the meat dice on. No. That brings it to a 15.
Okay. We shall see how hidden you truly are on the troll's turn,
Excellent.
my friend.
Oh god.
And that is going to bring us down to Jinxy. Chode, you're on deck.
Okay, so Jinxy is going to look at his friend Chode, and as a bonus action, cast Healing Word, and say, "Download this, my friend." And not that Jinxy knows what that is, and give you 6 health.
Nice healing word, Jinxy.
Thanks, football. Glad you're finally useful now that you're out of the water.
But I'm still wet again. I'm always wet.
Trolls make him horny.
Oh God, no. And then as a second level spell, Jinxie's going to cast Moonbeam on this troll. So,
How big is the moonbeam radius?
5 feet. 5 feet,
Oh,
cylinder, 40 feet high.
Okay, I will draw a quick little circle here.
Ooh. Ooh. I am reading.
Congratulations.
It's so good.
Okay, for some reason I can't put it on top of the troll icon, but yes, that is where the moonbeam is. Now, here's a fun thing with moonbeam. This is one of the most highly debated D&D spells. Some people play where when you cast moonbeam, they take damage immediately. The actual way that you play it is they don't take damage until the start of their turn. So you're going to cast the spell here, Jinxy, but it's not going to do anything until the troll begins its turn in the beam.
I was going to ask how
Gonna
raw
let
are
that
you,
one
because that's
sit.
how it is quite literally written.
So it's not a shape changer? Is that what you're telling me?
The troll remains the same shape. It is not a shape changer.
Does his voice change?
It's like, oh my god, how did you do this? No, I don't fucking know. No, it's
Gallus the whole time.
So yeah, a light little moonbeam comes down, and he's like, oh, this is kind of nice for the first couple seconds, and
Jinxie's gonna look up at the air and be like, oh, another moon cycle. Very nice.
yeah,
And
that's
then
right.
that's the end
You're
of
an
his
idiot
turn.
with moons. Okay, Chode, go ahead. It's your turn, brother.
All right. Seeing that this guy keeps healing, I'm gonna try something drastic here. And I'm gonna get out of the water so I can like plant my feet better. So I'm just gonna move back up onto the edge here,
Okay.
and Jode's gonna just yell out, I was gonna save this for a bigger event, but clearly we're in a bit of a shit show. So, you wanna know why they call me Chode? And gonna plant my legs, and out of my like groin area unfolds this massive anti-rifle cannon.
Oh my god.
Antimatter rifle cannon, yeah.
Antimatter rifle, sorry.
It's anti-rifle.
And I am going to and I'm gonna shoot it right at that big fucking troll.
Okay, buddy, roll to hit.
While I was doing that, I'm going to whisper to
Oh,
Jinxie.
that hits 19.
Woo! Okay, yeah, so fuck. You plant your feet into the riverbed, and this huge fucking Warforged erection just pumps out like a dog dick just from seemingly nowhere. It charges up kind of with your two testicle batteries and just absolutely blasts. I need you to roll damage on this troll. And what kind of damage is it? Radiant? Fire?
It is necrotic damage.
Fuck me. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my.
Yeah,
Oh!
for anybody listening,
Oh!
68 is what was just rolled.
Yeah, 68 is what I rolled +1, so
I love that
plus
+1.
28 damage.
Yeah.
Oh my
It's like, oh,
Yeah.
here you go.
goodness. Okay, let me do some quick math here.
Can we get specs on that robot dick?
I just
What
want
are the dimensions?
Yeah. Can I get a CAD file?
Yeah, you know what, Speedy, I'm going to turn this over to you. It is your dick, so I'll let you describe it.
I want to download it.
Canonically, you
would
do have
be-
2 testicle batteries, though. That's just something
Yeah.
that is the
So
thing.
you guys want to know why I've been drinking so much ale and beer? That's what it
I
charges
just
up.
thought you were an
is
alcoholic.
The anti-mark. Well, a little bit, but
It runs off that? That's hilarious.
yeah, it's about like a 3.5 foot like cylinder that just like unfolds out.
It's
Think
just
of,
like mine.
It's like
Yeah.
44
And it's
inches
just
long.
gigantic. Yeah.
So weird that Zed and Chode have the
And then
same
it
dick.
just folds back.
Alright, now that he's
Zed hides as well.
cummy hard, cummy hard. What's happening?
No.
God damn it. That's a beautiful clip. Thank you. Okay, so it's now the troll's turn. It begins its turn in the moonbeam. So, Josh, let's circle back. What does he have to roll now that there is a ghostly light that's beaming down onto him? It's a con saving throw, I believe?
Yes, con save of 15.
Okay, let's check this motherfucker's con. It's phenomenal. That's good to know. But I think it's half damage regardless, right?
No, it's 2d10 on a failed or half as much. Yeah, sorry.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so he is going to pass that with a 15. He has a +5 to his constitution. And...
So he doesn't have
roll
disadvantage?
damage, my friends. Why would he have disadvantage?
In case he's a shape changer.
Oh, yeah, no, he's not.
I still don't
Yeah.
believe it, but that's okay. So rolled a 10 for damage, and so he's taking 5 damage.
Okay, wow. So all of a sudden, the tides have turned on this fight as a necrotic blast of a Gundam laser just plows through this fucker's belly. And then from the sky, you can just see, like, sizzling, crackling of his skin that's just being, seared off him. This troll looks left and right and is a little bit panicked as he just took a fuck ton of damage on that turn. Good job, guys. Let's see. But it is still his turn, so before anything crazy happens, he's going to make a quick roll to see if he's smart enough to do a certain thing.
And he changes shape.
He's fucking
So he
stupid.
turns into a Tarask. Okay, so he is going to look down, pick up one of the remaining kind of crates that's in the boat, look
No.
back at you guys, and flee.
I thought they all
He's stealing
floated
them?
away.
No, so like I said, 80% of them were caught. Some of the other things got through, the small ones, but yeah, we'll say there's a couple boxes still in the boat, and now there's one less.
How big?
Okay.
How big was the box he took?
How big was the box he took?
Yeah.
Not huge. Like, there was, like, call it 10 shipping containers, like, 3 by 2 feet. There was some that were 1 by 1, like, there's some small stuff. He just took one of them. How's that, boys?
I don't like it. Let's get him.
And I just need
That's
to
our
make sure
stuff.
that he is okay.
If did he leave
and
the
he's gonna-
moonlight, he'll take damage.
Well, he started his turn in it, and I don't think it doubles up if you start
Yeah,
a
it's
turn
just
in it.
if you leave it, then I would have to move it again.
Yeah.
To kind of catch up with him.
Oh, so when it enters the
And-
spell area.
Yeah. And he is still technically gettable because he's dashing. He is 60 feet from the river. And the combat is going to end essentially if you guys don't chase this motherfucker down. What are you guys doing? It's back to Zed's turn.
I kind of look towards the group like, are we chasing that giant piece of shit?
He's fucking running. He's not running if he's feeling good.
Zed's gonna use some movement here.
You know what? If we're gonna hunt the troll down, guys, for kind of part 2 of this fight, we're coming up to a long episode. We're gonna end it here in our first ever combat that took a full episode and then some. We're gonna pick up with the chasing down of the troll next episode.
Oh,
All right.
the hunt begins.
The troll will roll.
Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed our podcast, please rate and review 5 stars for the 5 stars of the show. A special thanks to Matthew for designing our map and to Isabel for creating our art. You can find their work on Instagram at Matthews_makings and at Laco Miles, LACOMYLES. Thanks as well to Drew Hewitt and Arcane Anthems for doing our theme and background music. For music you too can use, visit patreon.com/arcaneanthems to add the perfect theme to your home game. You can follow more Eldritch Buds news on Instagram at Eldritch Buds or on our subreddit at r/Eldritch Buddies.